Hi Campfire friends, my name's Kelly.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Chris.
And we're naturalists from Campfire, Minnesota. Today we're going to teach you how to read the signs of nature. Now it's a little different than opening a book and reading from the pages, but nature's always telling a story. Sometimes you just need to look a little bit closer.
Today, let's talk about trees. From the tall trees you find deep in the forest to the trees you see in your own neighborhood. There's a lot we can learn about trees just by taking a look at them. You can learn a lot about trees just by looking at the leaves. Trees with leaves like this, the ones that turn different colors and fall off in the autumn, are called deciduous trees. Do you have any deciduous trees in your neighborhood? The other types of trees are called coniferous, and they have little needles like this. Ow! Do you have any coniferous trees near you?
We can tell a lot about a tree by looking at the outside, but we can go even deeper into their story by looking at the inside. This is called a tree cookie, and this is what you can see once a tree falls over. There's a lot we can learn about the tree from looking at the rings. You can tell how old the tree was when it fell by counting the number of rings. Each ring represents a year of the tree's life, and you can even start to see what happened during specific years. If we count this tree's rings, we can see that this tree was about 70 to 72 years old when it fell. The different widths of the rings can mean a few different things. Wide rings often meant it was a good year for the tree with lots of sun, water, and nutrients. Smaller rings means it was a harder year, maybe involving a drought, insect infestation, or disease. Every tree's rings are going to look a little different because every tree's story is different. In this tree here, we can see that this tree encountered a burn many years ago, but the tree survived and kept growing. Do you know anyone in your life who has been around for over 70 years like this tree? Think about all the different changes they've gone through in their life, from growing up, getting a new job, and big life changes. What would their tree rings look like? Do you think they'd look similar or different to yours?
After learning how to read a tree story, it's time to write our own. For this activity, all you need is a blank piece of paper and some coloring materials. First, outline your tree cookie. Next, draw your rings. For each year of your life, draw a ring. Remember, this is telling your story. Do you remember some years of your life being especially awesome? Maybe you learned a new sport or got a new brother or sister. You can make that ring bigger than the rest. Sometimes we have years that are harder. Maybe if you broke your arm one year, you can make that mark to show when it happened. Everything becomes part of your story.
The very inside of your tree rings will represent the year that you were born, and the outer rings are when you were older. Go back and try to think of things that have happened in your life and mark them down. You can label them on your tree rings.
Once you have your rings, label the different years and moments in your life that made you draw it that way. Feel free to share this with a family member or someone you live with. See if you can get an adult you know to draw their tree rings with you. You might learn a lot about their life from them.
Thanks for tuning in today to learn how to read the story of a tree. See you later!